So now we're actually going to have a time of Q&A. So people have been giving us questions, and we're going to actually have our presenters, keynotes, to help answer these questions. All right. Are we still here? Can I get a hey-o? Okay, we're still here. We're still here. Great, great, great. So, oh, wait a second. Thank you. The first question that we have is, what does it take to really, truly learn to make connections across difference?
We're going to say it in English once more. What does it take to really, truly learn to make connections across difference? Do either of you want to?
Yeah, you want to go first?
For me, I will speak from a global perspective. I found it a bit difficult if one is, for example, in a work environment, and you are trying to do your part, but at the same time, you are not being recognized as someone who's capable of delivering, just like anybody else on that workplace. That's one serious issue for me personally, because if I were to work in the place where I was raised, for example, that's not something that I will experience. So I will deliver fully if we could allow or make it easy for all people, despite their background, despite their differences, to be accepted, to be looked at as people that are fully capable of delivering, of being productive. I think it will make a big difference.
Thank you. All right, we'll go to our next question.
Yes, thank you very much. So this is a question that actually I had on my mind as well, and it's for both of you, and it's, where does your courage come from?
Yes. My courage comes from getting involved and being able to connect. That's where my courage comes from, and being involved in the community that you live in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think that's amazing to hear that your courage really came from the people that you support and the people that are really just in the struggle with you, you know, and being in your community, and that's amazing. Thank you very much. Can we give a round of applause for the courage? Okay, our next question is for Fred. How can we work to redistribute the riches of the high GDP countries?
And as they answer, we have a live mic that's going to start going around. So if you'd like to ask a question, put up your hand, and the mic will start to come your way.
That is not an easy question. I think the answer really lies right here. When I see the future of Canada, and I know that you can make an impact to help redistribute properly the GDP of Canada in a way that it will bring balance, to put aside the high degree of poverty, the high degree of discrimination, the high degree of racism, the high degree of what is affecting us to be free and become more productive.
Is there a question from the mic that's going around? Or should we read another from the stage? All right, we have another question up here.
I'll ask it. What did being truly supported look like and feel like for you? What did it take for someone to support you in addressing your needs? And this is for both.
I would say, as Fred spoke about earlier, having about personal biases, when I have been in different services, the persons who stand out in my mind who served me when I was down, that truly helped me, were the people that I feel when I spoke to them one-on-one, their eyes did not change. When you are served by a population and there's personal biases, we see it in your eyes. We can see this very second that the bias comes in with the change of the eyes. And we learn that from dealing with services all the time. And when somebody their eyes don't change and we don't feel they have a bias, and that to me is when I've been served and I've been supported, and I feel that I can move on and have courage from the interaction of that type of person.
So, what did being truly supported look like, and how did it feel like for you? What did it take for someone to support you in addressing your needs?
Respect, first thing. I would have noticed when people come from abroad to Africa, for example, to help, and instead of assessing the needs of the place, basically they come and impose their own agendas, and as a result, decades after decades, we see talk about poverty in Africa, for example. So respect, talking with me rather than talking to me. Yeah. And it's always been that way. Basically, you will do this. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to say. The support doesn't come. But to get the support is the respect. Everyone deserves to be respected.
Thank you. I believe we have a question from the audience.
I'm Mark Shapiro. I'm with the Dream Team. And Veronica, we just saw on the film the story, and Aldo. Aldo was a good friend of ours who passed away not too long ago. And it brought tears to my eyes. And we walked into Aldo's apartment a couple of days after he died. Just wanted to get your feeling to share from your point of view, that connection with Aldo, because you were with him, we were with him, and you were on the Dream Team for the years, and were inspired by him. And then Fred, your new connection to the Dream Team, when you first walked in, and because you're new with the Dream Team, what was your impression from the members that you got, and the feeling you got when you came into our general members meeting?
When I first came to the Dream Team, it was uplifting because I knew that there are some people out there who care. There are some people out there that are fighting to solve some of the problems that we are facing today. What I like the most is the approach that the Dream Team has taken to help to bring about changes in the policies that have been put in place, but the policies that have not been effective to deal with some of the problems, such as the homelessness that we see across Toronto, for example. But the Dream Team has been fighting, even taking certain governmental bodies to court, even after years, but they have won those cases. And that's really uplifted my spirit, and that is a calling. It helped me to really connect and to create a bond with the Dream Team and to also become an advocate.
Thank you. So this is our last audience question. I think it's based on your talk, Frederick, but Veronica, maybe you have some comments also. What would be the first step to destigmatize mental health globally?
Wow. You want it in French, Spanish, or in English?
All languages.
Well. That's a tough one, because it has become a global problem, mental health. And I think dialogue is very important. What is being done today through EWB, for example, is a step toward dealing with those type of problems. I will speak of Africa, for example, with the lack of resources in some countries, because there have been some steps, some progress made in places like South Africa, for example, Egypt, there have been a lot of progress. But sub-Saharan Africa, it's really sad. To create a balance, I think there must be a dialogue, not from up and down, but respectfully involving all the countries in collaboration with the World Psychiatric Association and the World Health Organization. But more so, the World Health Organization also has to respect Africa. They cannot only deal or try to solve the problems, pandemic problems that are taking place in the West, and quickly they act upon it. When it comes to Africa, they let months and months, such as the Ebola situation, for they let months. Mental health is a serious health problem that the world is facing today, and I think those bodies, those entities, the World Health Organization, the World Psychiatry Association, and us, we need to be involved to continue to push for policies that are inclusive. And I think we will see some changes.